Most people don't share their perspective because they're afraid of being wrong. But here's what Einstein's equivalence principle actually says: there is no wrong reference frame, there's only where you're standing when you observe. We've been trained to treat perspective like a competition. You share yours, someone pushes back, and suddenly the question becomes who's right? And because nobody wants to be wrong, most people just don't share. They soften it, they qualify it, they wait to see what the room thinks before they commit to anything, and they call that humility. It isn't. It's the illusion that there's an objective truth out there and your job is to match it before you speak. That your perspective only has value if it can be proven correct. That is not humility. That's just fear dressed up as caution. Einstein showed that no reference frame is more valid than another. The person on the train and the person on the platform get different readings, both accurate, both real. Neither cancels the other out. Your observation is a legitimate data point about reality from where you're standing. Not because it's objectively true for everyone, but it's genuinely true from your position. And your position is real. When you withhold your perspective out of fear of being wrong, you're not being careful. You're removing a legitimate data point from the conversation. You're depriving the room of something real. How dare you? Your actual observation from your actual position. That's what you're depriving the room of. And you're replacing it with, either silence or a performance of what you think people want to hear. Neither of those is useful to anyone. Your perspective isn't valuable because it's right. It's valuable because it's yours. Because you're standing somewhere nobody else is standing. Because what's visible from your position might be invisible from every other position in the room. Withholding it doesn't protect anyone, it just leaves that angle unexamined. Again, how dare you? Growing up with, let's say if you've gone through psychological abuse, that can do one specific thing. It can teach you that your reference frame is the broken one, that the other people's observations cancels yours out, that you need permission to trust what you see. So you stop sharing, you wait, you check the room before you commit to anything, and you call that being thoughtful. But what you're actually doing is treating your own observation as less real than everyone else's. Einstein says that's wrong. So Einstein's saying you're wrong. No. But no reference frame is more valid than another. Yours is real, full stop. Not because you're always right, because you're always observing from somewhere, and that somewhere is legitimate. Share your perspective. Not because you've verified it against some objective truth. Not because you're certain you're right, but because it's what you actually observe from where you actually stand. And that, exactly that, is what makes it worth saying. You're not wrong. It's your perspective. And your perspective is real data. So start treating it like it is.